Three, two, one. I love the Nefarious Reels. It's so bad. Hey everyone, we're Nefarious Reels. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Cool Cat.
And this is Nefarious Reels. On this podcast, we play Nintendo games and we do gun self-defense for ladies.
Yeah, we
but also the men
teach.
too.
Yeah, men too. You learn about proper gun training and how to prevent violence against women.
Yeah.
All from your buddy Cool Cat. Dogs are my friends. Identify yourself.
I'm nodding my head. I 100% agree with everything you're saying. I'm going to go get my concealed carry permit right now. I'm ditching the podcast.
You're going to go take the test right now?
Yeah, just right now. I just show up. I kick down the door. I look through the peephole first.
I'm ready.
Yeah. But yes, we're Nefarious Reels. We are a bad movie podcast. We talked about two of them. And I had the retro pick, so we're going to start with mine, which was 1989's The Wizard, directed by the same guy that did the live-action Monster High movie I talked about back in fucking Bratz. The Bratz episode.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But The Wizard is about, there's this kid, not Lucas, his name's, fucking, I don't know, Jimmy or something. He's trying to get to California. And, well, you know, he gets basically sent to a fucking institute, a home for, for problem children, because he keeps leaving to go to California. His parents are divorced. His brother, his half-brother, is just like, they put him in a home, and I'm gonna save him. And they're basically going cross-country, go to California. They run to, the girl character. I think Wendy was her name or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something, just some girl. Turns out...
Yeah, she's just a girl.
She's just a girl. Girls don't play video games. They don't know how to play video games. They don't matter. But yeah, it turns out Jimmy, he's the wizard. He's a whiz at video games. Nintendo games.
Genius at video gaming.
So they're gonna go to Nevada.
He's gonna get a G Fuel sponsorship.
Yeah, he's gonna go win $50,000 at a video game tournament to prove that he's not some weirdo, because video games are cool.
While some grown man chases them.
Yep.
Which is totally not weird.
Never. That's just how it be back in the late 80s.
Early 90s. You just have grown men chasing little boys.
Little boy.
And no one thought about it and no one ever thought about it in that way.
Yeah, as they shouldn't, because that's just how it be. So Cole.
Yeah, it's his job to chase little boys.
So Cole, what'd you think of The Wizard?
Yeah, no? It's fine. It's a fine movie. I mean, it's not great, but it's one of the better movies we've talked about. It's decent for a just kind of, family-friendly kids movie. It's not overall... Oh, fuck, what am I trying to... it's not, the worst thing in the world, but hey, you got some fun trekking here and there, and you got some gaming. I was very ashamed that they only used the Power Glove for one scene, except part of the plot did feel like an episode of Regular Show, if you know the one I'm talking about, where they're just gaming.
the game competition.
Yeah, with
my friend, he hurt his hand. Doesn't look hurt. Wanna check again?
Why don't friends pick the friends for a video game competition?
Oh yeah, iconic.
But yeah,
it's a fun. It's just a road trip movie with just video games as a backdrop. I probably would have loved it when I was a kid. I've been like, oh my god, movies, video game. He's literally
saw
me.
This when I was 8 or 10, and I would have been probably liking this a lot. It would have been. It feels like a nostalgic one for kids who grew up then. They're like, Huh, I remember the wizard.
Like if I watched The Wizard, I told as a kid, I'd be like, I want a Power Glove, even though they don't like sell them. By the time I was like a kid, and I'd see the movie,
Yeah, that power glove was so cool.
the Power Glove, it's so bad. Apparently, it's really crappy. It's really
I mean, you
terrible,
don't
like
really even get
shocking.
to see it do anything interesting. All that guy did was just move his hand back and forth while like it's driving a wheel on a car. That's all it was. I was really hoping for something epic to happen, like the commercial in regular show where it could make a kid's eyes flame up and burn.
Where
But
you wanted the Power
alas,
Glove to kill a guy. You wanted
yes.
the Power Glove to be the MacGuffin of the movie, where like he launches the Power Glove into the child hunter's eyes and like gouges them out. Or like the
Yeah.
glove goes on his chest and he goes Kalima, Kalima, and then it like rips
Yeah,
out the
some
guy's
ritual
heart, and then he like
happens.
falls over and falls into like King Kong's mouth and like dies.
Yep.
That's what you
Yeah,
wanted
I
in
would
this
have
movie.
definitely yeah, I definitely would have written a much more interesting story, especially regarding a cursed power glove.
That would be neat, but I think it would defeat the purpose of the road trip movie.
I guess.
I mean, the guy. I
I
mean, to be
guess we gotta
fair,
go
the
to the
the
road trip
definitely not a child
side.
dealer guy. He did get his shit kicked in a lot.
I
So
was
it's
very
not like
happy
he
when
was
that guy was
devoid of
definitely getting his shit
violence.
kicked in.
When all the truck drivers showed up and like blocked his path, and he's like, "So you touched her breast," and then there was a 20-minute extended long grape scene with him, which was like really weird because it was a kids movie, but like
It was a
whatever.
weird direction he took.
I think
Because
we might
most
have
of it
watched
was,
the
yeah,
director's
pretty,
cut.
family friendly, and then you're like, oh, it just we went there in a PG movie? Huh.
I think we might have watched the director's cut. I think that's what happened.
Oh, that would make sense.
In the commentary track, the director was like, "Yeah, you know, I fought really hard. It was a very important scene, but they wouldn't let it happen."
It was very important to the movie, okay? There's no other way to describe it.
But they wouldn't let it, and honestly, I think it contributed to the downfall of the film overall, I feel like. Yeah, but the whole film was just kind of road trip. You know what the opening shot made me think of? It made me think of Paris, Texas, actually. Where he's just like walking through like that like desertish kind
Yeah,
of
walking through the
area.
desert, a lot more. Yeah, our main guy is a lot more, disheveled looking, hair, just lots of outgrown hair, dirty clothes, and he's got his jug of water. Man, now I want to watch Paris, Texas.
Yeah, they literally go to the big dino in this movie like they did in Paris, Texas. Except that happens at like the end of
Yeah,
the movie.
that is true. Who doesn't love a good scene with a dino?
Yeah, big dino. Yeah, the whole movie is just basically this one like long road trip, and you know you flash back to like the other, because there's three main characters. You have the Jimmy, who's kind of the
Yeah.
quiet kid. He just goes California, and he's just really good at fucking video games. You have his brother, who is like a
Who's
huge kind of
the
driving
main kid
force.
from Princess Bride?
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole thing is like, I'm gonna save my brother from the home, and then I guess we're gonna go to California
Yeah,
because that's where
he's
he wants
not
to
going
go.
to a home. Fuck that. Oh yeah, go on.
Oh no! You can say your piece.
Oh no, that was all I was gonna say. Just how he was basically going, "Fuck that! I'm not letting my baby brother go into this home."
Yeah, well, it's
That's
weird because it
lame.
happens so fast. Because first you see him walking, and then it's just like, oh, he keeps leaving. We gotta send him to
Yeah.
the home, and then it's like, okay, now he's in the home, like already, like instantly. And then there's like, he's in a home. He's like, they're gonna put him in a home, and then it cuts to him like already in the home. And it's just like, wait, how much time has passed? It feels like it's only been like a day. What the fuck's going
two
on?
2 hours.
This is like that. The amount of time it took for that all this to happen, 5 minutes. That's literally just real time how it happened, like in universe. Yeah, and then like that's and then we get introduced to the girl character, and that's basically like where like they go to the bus station to get bus tickets to California, which they can't get, and so they talk to the girl to try to get money to get them to Utah, and they make the bet with the he just uses his younger brother to
They
hustle people.
swindle her. It's a hustle.
It's a hustle, you know, teaching. Wow, this film's teaching kids how to hustle. What a fucking badass movie, am I right?
I don't know. I think hustling can be good.
Yeah. Honestly, hustling's kind of badass.
You see, kids, if you coerce a girl in a little video game competition for bus tickets with your genius brother who's just an expert in every game, hustling can do some good in society. Got it?
Got it.
Good. Write that down.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like they use the 50 gun. They get the bus tickets to go there, but she decides, oh, hey, your brother's really great at video games. Let's go to this video game competition and get the $50,000. But in exchange, we have to split the prize money. And they go for it. She's like, my dad's a trucker. I know all the trucker lingo. And then they instantly get robbed, like $80.
Yeah, they get robbed because they see Princess Bride Kid showing off all his money that he's got.
He's like, holy shit, a wad of ones? We gotta fucking get that shit.
We gotta take the wad of ones.
So they go to the strip club later. They're gonna go visit Demi Moore in the striptease at the Eager Beaver. That's where they were going.
But that's on the other side of the country.
Yeah, well, the kids don't know their directions. What can I say?
Oh, everything's California. Okay.
No, all roads lead to California, Cole. It's just how it happens.
That makes more sense as to why it, again, in the director's cut, obviously, it just goes to Miami for some reason.
They do Miami, yeah, Jimmy does a ton of blow. He becomes a Sega player for a brief assistance. It's like, no, Jimmy, don't do that. You were doing a Nintendo competition. You can't be playing Sega. And then he goes, Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking shit.
Epic
Fail. But then they're just like, guys, but then the girl's like, guys, can we go back to the actual plot of the movie? And they're like, okay.
Fine.
Yeah, basically for the rest of the film, it's just them kind of swindling people to get their money so they can keep going. Like, they swindle some random businessmen. They're just like, oh, yeah, you're a gamer? Not as gamer as I am. Adult businessman. Of course, they do eventually encounter... Oh, I guess we should talk about the other character focus, which is there's not the child diddler, who he is hired by the mom to basically hunt down and get her son back.
Yeah, and to get Jimmy and totally not diddle him.
Yeah, and then there's Tate.
He's writing a song with Jimmy's Frank about how
dad.
He doesn't diddle kids.
Yeah, I don't diddle kids. I don't diddle kids.
No good diddling kids.
Child diddler. No one's gonna think you're diddling child more than if you're writing a song about it. But yeah, and then there's Tate's father and older brother. They're also hunting them down. Really, their story kind of connects more with the not the child diddler's story, pretty much, because they're always butting heads as they're trying to hunt down the kids. It's not until kind of, I think, when the father and son's car ends up getting towed, do they kind of disappear from the story to focus on the I can't keep calling them not the child diddlers, so I'm just gonna call them the hunter. For the hunter. To basically get to the kids, because they arrive in Reno, which is where the girl is, but the hunter also arrives in Reno and is like actively hunting them down because they're doing the game competition. Also, like, right to mention Lucas. Best character Lucas. He's so cool. He owns all 94 Nintendo games. There's definitely not more than that.
Power glove.
It's so bad,
but it's so cool at the same time.
Yeah, but, they go to Reno, they game, they get a guy, one of her trucker friends, to basically gamble a ton of money. They make $400, and he gives them 10. He gyps the guy. Like, what the fuck, honestly?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were giving him tips, but, man, he still won that money.
You could have gone halvesies. Like, if you're just paying in quarters, how many quarters do you really need? She calls the Nintendo hotline for assistance. Does all that stuff. They're gaming. And then until you get to the iconic scene where the hunter gets Jimmy, and then she goes, "He touched my breast!" Then everyone's just like,
Get him!
This is where you know it's a product of its time, because if that film was shot nowadays and she shouted that, all the men there would have been like, "What? You did it without sharing?" And then they would have kicked him out. Where in this film, they just kicked him out for doing such a thing, you know? Different times.
Yeah, different times.
Yeah, but they get, wait, where the fuck was the competition? It was in Nevada.
L.A.
It was in LA?
The competition was in L.A.
It was in
But yeah,
LA,
they
definitely
stuck
not
in
on the
Reno
Warner
for a
Brothers lot,
bit.
that's for sure. Unnamed movie lot. With not Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's rip off Mickey Mouse.
It's, Mucky Moose.
Yeah.
Mucky?
Haha.
Uh-huh. Donald, we need to go. No! It's the Senora Pilo's version of Mickey Mouse. Yeah, they end up just on the Warner Brothers backlot where they're just like running around. There's like tours. There's that funny bit where the guy's just yelling it during the champions like, "Everyone calm down and have fun!"
Have fun, damn it!
Yeah, they arrive at the
that was
competition. Lucas is there because he's so fucking cool. He's at the video game competition.
I mean, when you have a power glove, you're already cool by default.
You are so bad if you have a power glove. Yeah, but it's basically Jimmy makes it to the final round for him and Lucas and some fucking girl, which is like,
yeah, and
who cares?
Girl, and they gotta play a secret game, which turns out to be Super Mario Brothers 3.
This is actually the first instant, because the game wasn't out yet when they did it. So technically, the way for him to get the warp, to get the whistle to do the warp, that was like the only way people really had a way to like know how to do that when the game came out at the time. Which is pretty neat history. Or at least for America, it was probably already out on like Famicom by that point.
Maybe, but we weren't alive in '89, so we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that. I mean, we probably could just Google it up, really.
Yeah, we could, but that's too hard.
Oh, I'm actually... Oh, should I not do that and keep the bit going?
No, you can do it. You can do it.
Super Mario Bros. 3 Famicom. Okay, it released on consoles for Japan in 1988, so, like... and then it got released in 1990, so, I don't know.
Okay.
But, like, films take a bit to make, so it's possible that if this film... well, they're probably producing it for American by the time after 3 got released. Whatever, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
But yeah, the funny thing is just like as they're gaming, there's just this one girl character that just in there that like we don't care about. And then when she like dies at one point, they're like, "Yeah, she's out of the game. Take that, you're a girl, can't play video games. Get out of here. Kill yourself." And you can't say kill yourself in Minecraft because it's the 1989. So you have to do it.
Minecraft wasn't a thing then.
Yeah, wasn't a thing then. So you're just gonna have to do it in real life.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, sucks to suck. Throw yourself in the King Kong mouth like the hunter did in our version of the movie. After getting his heart ripped out by the power glove. It's so bad.
Ass.
But yeah, Jimmy finds the warp pipe. He ends up like winning because he gets the star. Get the star, Jimmy, get the star! He got the star, and I guess that gives him like way more points. And then he wins the $50,000. Oh yeah, we've got to talk about the girl's backstory. That like her mom's a showgirl. It's connected. It's all connected, Cole. She's a showgirl. Her mom's a showgirl. Do you think her mom's a showgirl with a gambling addiction? Do you think her mom was Naomi, or do you think it was like one of the other showgirls from Showgirls?
Probably one of the other showgirls.
You think it was like Penny Blossom? I think that's her name in Showgirls.
I don't know. Honestly.
But yeah, her thing's like, "Oh, I live in this trailer out here," or "My mom had a gambling addiction. My dad has to drive truck to truck every week to earn money." And be like, "It would be cool if we won the competition. I got 25 grand. I call my dad, 'Hey dad, guess what? We can get a house.'" And I was like, "What? In this economy?"
In 1989, probably.
Probably, but
honestly.
like this day, 25 grand means nothing. Nothing.
25 grand probably gets you a year's worth of rent in like New York City, so
20 grand. I would love 25 grand right now. It would solve a good chunk of my problems right now.
25 grand, getting an extra 25 grand would help a lot.
Yeah, I'm imagining all the things I can do with the 25 grand.
I mean, I always say first thing I would do, just pay off all my student loan debt. That's the first thing.
Yeah, I'd clear all my debt, and then I'd pay off all my car insurance in one fell swoop. And then I can buy fun stuff. Like crack. And the power
Crack.
glove.
And
And
David
snort
Ducato
power
merch.
glove off the crack.
Ooh.
And then I'll fund David Ducato's next film with the rest of my money, even though I know I'll probably never get a return on investment. It'll be worth it. Just because people don't understand perfection. People can't admit that cinema's dead because we've already reached peak with David Ducato. But that's just how it is. They will see the vision one day. Yeah, but we do get a reveal of why Jimmy wants to go to California, because he thinks the big dino is really cool and he wants to leave his lunchbox with all his old family memories in there.
Because they took a picture there.
Like one time.
And his twin sister died.
Wait, he had a twin sister?
Yeah, do you not remember that little twin sister thing that they were talking about?
No.
Well, she was dead, so...
But, like, did she fuck... Is that why the parents got the divorce? She died? I don't remember this at all. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
No way.
You don't remember this?
That did not fucking happen. No. Like, I watched this last night. You're fucking with me. I'm looking this up on Wikipedia.
I was about to say, I'm Wikipedia plot summarying this.
More like you're fucking changing the Wikipedia article saying...
storyline.
No. You're changing the Wikipedia article to make it say that, like, right now. Just to... No. I refuse.
Okay. Where? Power glove. Okay. Truckers. Craps.
They follow him inside. Corey finds Jimmy looking at his photos of the family, one of which was taken at the tourist trap. They realize Jimmy only sought closure where Jennifer was happy. Jimmy leaves lunch with a slight and resumes the car trip. Jimmy kisses Haley, who laughs along with Corey in the back of the truck as they ride off into the sunset. Okay, you're looking at the wrong part. You gotta look at the first paragraph. 9-year-old Jimmy Woods lives with PTSD after his twin sister Jennifer drowned 2 years earlier, which I do not fucking remember. I still think you edited that to make it say that, just to fuck with me.
Yeah, I edited that.
This is a case of the shooting, just all over again. Anyway, I guess after Jimmy mourned the death of his sister, allegedly, they head home. I guess I can appreciate that the parents don't get back together, that the, like, I guess stepfather isn't, like, the big villain. Because there's that stepfather, but he's, like, barely a character in it, but I think they could have very easily just made a whole thing where he was just, like, this, like, huge, like, massive asshole dickwad kind of dealio.
I thought that's what they were going to go with that, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't, and I'm appreciative of that. Instead, they made the hunter, like, the evil dick bad, which is fine, because they beat the shit out of him a lot, and he is an asshole. He threatens the father, going, like, if you guys get him, I don't get paid. Just so you know. He pops their tires like an asshole. Then his car gets wrecked, and then he wrecks them. Then he gets his car towed, and then he gets his ass beat like 10 times, and then he gets fucked in the asshole. In the director's cut, I should.
Yeah, in the director's cut.
In the director's cut.
We gotta specify that was in the director's cut.
Yeah, very much. It's overall just kind of a decently fun little road trip movie. It's not a good movie, but I think for, like, what it's going for, it's, like, pretty fun. Also, that announcer guy was giving his fucking all. Like, god damn, man, calm down. Oh, yeah, after watching the film, did you want to eat a Hostess a treat?
Not really.
Nice little scrumptious, but it's chocolatey goodness. And they have all the Twinkies, and their vans are easy to hide in to make your escape to California.
Yeah, it didn't convince me in any way.
Damn. How badly do you want to go buy the Super Mario Brothers 3 for your NES, though?
Oh, I absolutely wanted that.
Yeah, and the Power Glove.
Especially the Power Glove.
It's so bad.
Ass.
Yeah. Oh, they do. There's I always have a little pet peeve, but they do the thing where like they play video games where they're just mashing the buttons a lot and be like, "Oh my god, I've almost beaten level 3 and I've almost unlocked the special armor dungeon."
Who does not love button mashing?
Yeah, but it's like they're like, "I'm playing Legend of Zelda," and they're mashing like every fucking button. And it's just like Zelda's not a button mashing game. If it was a fighting game, I'd get it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah, I mean maybe, but like I haven't played it. But like Legend of Zelda, you're not really gonna be mashing buttons because the attack is like not that big, so you have to be close to the enemies and like hitting stops your movements and all that.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess if you want to be nitpicky and biased,
I guess if you want to play with strategy, that might be better.
Lucas tried to use the ultimate strategy of ratting out Jimmy to the hunter. Like there he is, get him out of here.
Yeah, what a fucking
Don't give him his
rat.
jacket. Leave him out in the cold. Do you have anything you want to say about the wizard?
No, I think we got what we needed.
Yeah, I think we covered the gist of it.
Yeah.
I think overall, a pretty fun movie. I don't know.
Pretty fun.
Like the kids weren't annoying, which is
especially
like a plus.
because we got gaming.
Yeah, they were gamers. They were literally
gaming.
me. Also, the kids
And
weren't
who
like stupidly annoying. They
doesn't?
weren't like annoying enough. They were endearingly
The
annoying.
acting was actually fine.
Yeah, in my mind, the kids
It's
were
Good when
endearingly
they're
annoying.
decent at
They were
best.
little shits at time, but like in a likable manner.
But my god, that guy who was trying to hunt them down, he was irritating the ever-loving shit out of me. I will say that.
Which is probably why you loved when he got his shit kicked in all the time.
Oh yes, I was like, I was cheering and clapping and
You were jumping up in your
Standing
seat and you were
ovation.
yelling.
yep.
Yo, when they beat the shit out of him and then they said chicken jockey, you literally threw your popcorn and just yelled.
You
lifted
spit
your-
all the popcorn that was already in my mouth and I dumped the rest on the floor and I was ripping my shirt off, pounding my chest like Donkey Kong, and I was so hyped.
You pulled out your live chicken you snuck into the theater with you and held it up the air.
Exactly.
But yeah, a good time. I enjoyed it.
It was a good time.
Oh yeah, I just want to say in my mind the scene where the hunters have to stop and there's the two kids and he grabs them to see if they're the kids they're looking for. Not. I thought there'd be a scene where like a parent come over and would just like fling them like off the edge.
Oh,
I thought that was gonna happen and didn't. I will admit I was a little let down by that. But you know what?
would have been kind of funny.
I had fun and I liked it anyway.
Nice.
And now that we're done talking about the wizard, we can now talk about the modern pick, which was Cole's recommendation. Cole, tell us about your recommendation.
Yeah, it's our first documentary, if that's what you want to call it, that we've talked about on here.
He called it a documentary at the end of the movie, so, you know, if he thinks it is, then we can count it.
But yes, it is the classic from the creator of Cool Cat, Derek Savage, Guns Self-Defense for Ladies, and the plot basically speaks for itself. It's a documentary about teaching gun safety and proper gun training towards women and to the men too. We cannot forget about the men.
Yeah.
Because they should know this just as much. And he's just talking about how cool guns are and more guns and the proper way to hold your gun and all of the stuff around the gun and how you reload and what kind of gun to use and bullets and other maybe possible ways to enforce action that's not a gun, like pepper spray and, taekwondo, knife protection. And yeah. So what did you think about this masterpiece of
this film's
documentary filmmaking?
This film's really hard for me because, well, I did literally just say that Derek Savage calls it a documentary. It's like really not. It's more just like a shot at home fucking self-defense video he made.
It feels like one of those
It feels like something I'd see on Best of the
tutorial.
Worst, Wheel of the Worst episodes.
Yeah, it feels both like that, but also some kind of just weirdly enough, it reminds me of something in like you would go to like your local police station for like a field trip or something, and you got to learn about how to protect yourself. And this is what they're like, all right, we're going to show you this. And here's how you protect yourself, kids.
And like to be fair, like I have a bit of gun safety experience. I've done hunting with my dad, and when you go hunting, you gotta get you gotta get registered, and you gotta go through classes, and they teach you gun safety with shotguns. And he
You
does
got your
cover like,
CCW?
hmm.
You got your CCW?
No. I just got a hunting license. Very different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you go hunting, and he's only starting, when I go out and I go hunt out humans for sport, you need to have a hunting license.
Of course.
When they go, help, help, they're hunting me down, and they pull me over and go like, hey, are you hunting them? I was like, yes, but don't worry, officer, I have my hunting license. I was like, okay, it's fair game.
Here.
You're good.
Oh, all right, you're good. Cleared.
Yeah, just like that. But like the big things they kind of teach you is like, okay, make sure like you're not using your gun, make sure it's unloaded. Make sure like there's no like empty the magazine. Make sure there's no bullet in the chamber because that's something that can be easy to miss. When you're holding your gun, make sure you're always pointing away from a person because if you accidentally fire it, I don't want to shoot them on accident. Keep your finger off the trigger, have your safety on. He covers a lot of the basics, and in term, you kind of think, oh, that's just really obvious. But, like, it's something that, like, it's going to slip your mind if you're not really, like, taught into it, though. He does kind of go over, like, the basic stuff, so it's just, like, the issue is it feels kind of, I don't know, it feels like this should just be, like, a 30-minute, like, how to do a thing, how, the gun safety thing. And while I don't want to say it's stretched out, it is stretched out, but not like to an extent I feel like it could be. Because it's mainly, because it's not just gun stuff. That he interviews people who talk about, I was like, I had this thing, but then I got a weapon for self-defense. It made me feel safer.
But now I like
situation.
guns.
I mean, it's a gun safety video. It's going to be pretty pro-gun. Yeah. Like, that doesn't bother me at all.
I don't know.
I know he does go like, oh, the media is highlighting this in like a negative context. But it's just like, yeah, well, if your target demographic is someone who might want to get a gun, you're not going to go like, oh, hey, by the way, there's like people like die. Like people use guns for bad and like genuinely like kill people with it, just like a heads up. Anyway, let's go back talking about gun safety. Like you're not going to say that in your gun safety video.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But it just got a little too much when it was just Derek just talking about, hey guys, guns are cool. You should buy a gun. I don't care. And listen to all these people that support guns. And they all agree with me. And that's what matters. And then Cool Cat, started pulling out a gun, and that's when he shot Butch the Bully in self-defense.
Yeah, because Butch Bully... You see, Butch Bully picked up the gun that they found, but Cool Cat had his concealed carry permit on him, so he was able to pull his Glock out and start blasting, pow, pow.
Yeah, and when he told the cops, he was like, "Hey, I got my CCW right here," and they're like, "Oh, you're good."
And
Cool
I got
Cat.
my hunting license for humans. Okay, you're good to go, Cool Cat. Yeah, that's kind of the moments where it lost me. Because it's just like, you're just shelling out Cool Cat. You're trying to sell the product, which he does at the end of the movie, too.
He does. It's fucking hilarious. And then you get like a clip in the middle of Cool Cat Kid Superhero, which is totally not a recut version of Cool Cat Saves the Kids. No, totally not.
I wonder if Derek Savage knows that like the poster for Cool Cat Superhero is in one of the special features of the 4K of Undefeatable.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, I sent a picture of it, remember?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, it's coming back now.
Yeah. It's mainly, I think there is some interesting thing. I think it's interesting that he had other people kind of like tell their like story of self-defense. I think that's actually kind of an interesting thing to have in there.
Yeah.
like clearly because it's also trying to, because you kind of want that stuff in there because like Derek Savage can only release so much. He gets like a bunch of women tell their story. He has a woman come in, kind of talk about pepper spray and how to use it. Like I always thought pepper spray was just like a squeeze and spray. I didn't consider, oh, you want to spray across the eyes and then you want to go down like in a T motion so you can get the eyes and then get like the nose and the mouth to like incapacitate them. Like I never thought of that. I actually learned something. So that's neat. You know, he has a good, decent variety. He covers a lot of women. He talks to an older lady about it. He talks about like someone breaking into like the home and like check your corners and stuff, but also like walk wide so that way you don't like an attacker isn't close. Like that's something I've never like considered. So like you know what, that's like generally like some good details that I never really would consider.
And you also learn a very important lesson. If you break into Derek's house, he will not shoot you if you have a Cool Cat Loves You shirt on.
That's good. Also, so if you tell him that you're the mailman, he'll just open the door for you.
Yeah, that too. And then if you're a woman, if you don't know who's at the door and he's just making stuff up about who he is, and then he asks if your husband's home, just remember you have your shotgun right there.
I thought she was going to actually blast through the door.
I literally burst out laughing when that happened because I was like, oh, that just happened.
Yeah, my husband's right here. He's got a big dick.
His name is 12 Gauge. Up. And it just turns into a just full-on action movie after. And there's all these intruders coming in, and she's just like ferociously pumping and shooting, and like who cares about how many shells she's shooting off? She's just going ham on these guys.
I have to admit something embarrassing. When I played the movie, it was super quiet. I had to turn up my volume super high, and it wasn't until like the last 10 minutes that I realized, oh wait, I didn't increase the volume on the video. That's the problem. The volume of the video is super low. It's not the issue of the video itself. So like 90% of the movie is me just like really focusing hard to hear what they were saying, and it was my own fucking fault. I was like, man, did Derek Savage just like lower the audio volume of this movie so the gunshots won't be so fucking loud?
Mix properly.
But no, I was just fucking stupid. I don't know. I like the reenactments are pretty funny. Like I like the one where the woman just leaves her apartment with the 2 kids, and then the guy's just like, "I'm going to be rich," and I was like, dude, he has like 2 kids to live in an apartment. How much do you think you're gonna fucking get from her, buddy?
Yeah, how much? Probably maybe a couple $100. That's about it, probably.
Maybe he means like rich in taste or something, because he's gonna get a taste of dim old titties.
Oh, I see.
Or maybe it's not like, maybe not a material wealth. Maybe he's gonna be like rich in like knowledge of gun safety, because you know he knows she has a gun, and he's gonna learn not to mess with a bitch with a gun.
And that's another thing too that Derek and a couple of the women bring up, where they're like, you know, if I had a gun, then a man wouldn't want to mess with me, because I mean, in general, if you saw someone with a gun, you'd be like, oh shit, my bad, hang on. I'm going to back away right now because I don't want to get shot.
Unless you have like a gun fetish, you might want to get shot.
Yeah, you just get turned on. Yeah, it's like David Cronenberg's Crash, but instead of car crashes, people get turned on by getting shot. Oh, that would be an interesting
David Cronenberg's newest movie. Shoot.
No, shot.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. I don't know. I think seeing Derek Savage rapid fire a shotgun's pretty funny. He goes full ham with that shotgun. Like, god damn.
He does go off. And it also reminded me of the 2020 420 awards, because I was like, wait, where's the coronavirus that he's going to shoot? Where is he hunting that? No.
Oh, hold on. Do I have Cool Cat Fights the Coronavirus? I'm pretty sure I have that on DVD.
You have the 420 awards on DVD?
No, I have Cool Cat Fights the Coronavirus on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cool Cat versus Dirty Dog: The Virus Wars. I have that on DVD. I own like
Epic.
more DVD copies of Cool Cat than you.
Well, yeah, that's fair because I have no copies of Cool Cat.
That's fair because I'm not a psychopath unlike you, Ninja Jedi. And I'd be like, fair. It's weird because, like, on one hand, it's like low quality and kind of weird, but like on the other hand, like, and it feels kind of longer than it needs to be. But on the other hand, it's like it doesn't do anything like wrong. I feel like, or I don't know, I might be kind of blind. Unless there's like something blatant that I missed. Because apparently I missed a crucial point of Jimmy's twin sister being fucking dead. It's entirely possible I missed some actual dangerous shit. Like, I guess it's like him going to the gun show was like kind of unnecessary. Like, there's really no point to that.
Yeah, that whole thing felt like a ploy to be like, hey guys, I gotta show you that gun shows aren't as bad as the media tells you to because I've seen kids in here, so they're family friendly, okay?
It might just be a situation where like the gun show was just happening where Derek was at the time. He's like, ooh, I should go there and get footage for the gun safety video. Sorry, the gun self-defense video. And
Yeah,
he
gun
just came up with the first reason
educational
he
video.
could think of for it, just to kind of highlight, like, here's the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know. Well, like, it's weird. It's weird because I feel like I should critique this, like, more, but, like, I don't know. It was kind of just fine.
It's a weird way to critique it in general, just because there's not, like, a real plot point-by-point structure like we usually do, or...
I think the
just
other
any
thing,
kind
though, is,
of-
like, unlike other weird, bad documentaries who might cover, like, really wild shit, this is just, like, a small niche, like, gun self-defense thing. There isn't really anything, like, that crazy you can, like, do with it, I feel like. Like, it's not boring, it's informative. I do feel like I did learn some things that I didn't consider at the time.
I mean, it is also Derek, so it is entertaining in a lot of ways.
It's, like, really weird, because I actually haven't even rated this yet. I'm just, like... I'm just like, I don't know, like, do I rate this high? Do I not? It's like I don't know how to like to take this one. Like, I don't think I laughed a lot at it, but I feel like as a documentary, arguably it's one of the more successful films we've talked about in terms of what it's trying to be. Like, I'm just like, I don't really know. Like, I'm genuinely just like scratching my head here on like my thoughts on this fucking film.
You're just so
Baffled.
distraught by all the information given to you by Derek that you're just like
I'm going like,
Where do
I can't
go with
believe it. This man's fucking valid.
let me oh, it was funny when they went to the Taekwondo section. The instructor's name was Seafood Jack. That was funny.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought, like, I was wondering, is Cynthia Rothrock gonna be here? And that's how she gets a connection to Cool Cat Superhero? I thought maybe that was what was gonna happen. I'm a little disappointed it didn't, honestly. That'd been really cool.
It would have done something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think we've ever talked about Cynthia Rothrock on this podcast yet. I'll just have to pull in the David DeCoteau movie she was in. I'll pull that one in, one of those movies, and then so we'll have that connection.
Then it'll be connected to the Nefarious Reels verse.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. I don't think I have anything actually left to say about gun self-defense for the 80s, but I did figure out my rating for the film, but I'll talk about it once we actually get to our choosing the better of the two films.
Hmm.
How about you?
I'm taking a look, see what... I mean, if we're talking about... I mean, I might have a little bit. Like, if we're talking about some of the filmmaking, yeah, there were some funny, some baffling choices with Derek, obviously, regarding the editing. Because, like, in the beginning, he shows the demonstration of that one... There's, like, that one dramatization of the one woman who's getting in the car, and that guy, like, tries to mug her. And then it's like in the middle of it, then it cuts, and then Derek's interviewing her. Like, hey, how's it going?
The fourth wall break where he's just like, see, this is what would happen if she didn't have a gun. Now we're gonna show you.
And then there's a lot of fourth wall breaking where he's like, hey, in this situation, she didn't do this, but she should have done it like this. And then here, we'll show you. but great job.
Nice. Very
Amazing.
epic.
Very epic and very based. And remember, buy Cool Cat merch. And that's why
See, if
Cool
the
Cat
mugger
is
had
the
Cool Cat
coolest
merch,
cat.
he'd have no reason to mug her, because he'd already be covered in bitches.
Exactly. He would be getting all the bitches with that, because, you know, he's a big fan of Cool Cat. And everybody knows it's better to be a cool cat than a dirty dog.
I also thought it was funny when he was doing his little like house search. He just has a mannequin with Cool Cat merch on it that he has. He
Yep.
points the gun at. I was ready for him just to fucking start shooting it.
I would have loved if that happened. And then it's like, oh, wait, guys, my bad. So, for future consideration, if you see someone wearing a Cool Cat Loves You t-shirt in your house, just invite them in. They might be trying to mug you, but hey, they're wearing Cool Cat merch, so they're friends.
Also neat thing. Learning the difference between the hollow and the full points. That was kind of neat. It was a nice tidbit. I probably already knew that, but I forgot, and it was like, oh yeah, that's a nice, interesting point. Very cool.
Knife protection.
He fucking goes like, you gotta be fucking aggressive. Fucking stabs the cameraman like 10 times. Fucking kill this guy.
Then, anyway, I started stabbing.
Stab, shank. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm definitely good. So I guess we can now move on over to...
Whoa, you're stealing. I'm the host of the episode, Cole.
Oh, right, shit.
Yes.
Okay.
But now that we have discussed the two movies, it's time to pick which one is the better of the two. Cole, which one of these movies did you prefer?
I'm gonna have to go with The Wizard. Thought it was the better made movie. It's a lot more consistently entertaining, minus the weird antics, unhinged antics of Derek Savage. And yeah, we got gaming. And Mario.
Yeah, gamer. For me, it was actually like really close. Like I think both of them are actually in my top 10. I'm saying it right now. Both of these films are my top 10 for Nefarious Reels recommendations.
Oh wow.
Cuz like I think The Wizard is like the more entertaining film, but like Gun Self-Defense for Ladies is arguably the more successful in what it's doing. But I think I'm giving it also to The Wizard. I think that's just more fun. You know, I'm a gamer. They're literally me. Big Dino showed up.
Me.
Like, if Derek Savage drove to the big Dino and shot his gun at it, I probably would have ranked it higher over The Wizard. But he didn't, and you know what? That's his fault. And he's got to just accept that.
Damn it, Derek.
You know, maybe for the sequel.
Maybe.
But that's a point for me. It's been a while. I don't think I haven't won since Creepazoids. Like the first episode of the year.
Holy, yeah, that was the first episode of the year.
Yeah, everything else has been ties, or trilogies. So, yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm getting on the board. I'm back in the race,
Woo!
baby. I'm never losing ever again after this.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the next recommendations bring. Anyway, but now that we picked the better, it's time for questions. If you have questions, remember to ask them. The first one's from Robert, which is, what is the worst Oscar winner of all time? But like any category. And I think we've answered them already for like movie-wise, for like Best Picture. So let's try to aim for stuff that's like just from a different category.
Yeah.
And you can't say Suicide Squad for makeup.
Damn it!
Because I know you're thinking it. I'm vetoing that one. You cannot use that. You had to be more clever.
I got one. I do have one though. Bohemian Rhapsody for best editing.
Damn! I didn't have enough time to block that one too.
Okay, I'll think of another one. Is that okay?
Yes. Well, of course you gotta say a couple. We can't just say one film. Here, let me just type in Oscar-winning films, and I'll see what I get out of it.
Oscar wins. Okay. But, I mean, to be fair, Like the editing in Bohemian Rhapsody was just so atrocious. It was kind of baffling that it got nominated in the first place. But remember, to the Academy, if you see a lot of cuts, that's editing.
Okay, I have one. Happy Feet, Best Animated Picture. That film is fucking dog shit. Like, actual trash. If you like this film, it is nostalgia or you're fucking lying to me. That film is fucking horseshit. Like, goddamn, it's like, it's not about dancing. It's like global warming, but also like the humans and like religion and some. But it's this convoluted mess. It doesn't really know what it wants to do. It's fucking terrible. It's only like slightly better than like the second one, but
It's
like
also hilarious that it's the same guy who directed Babe and the
Babe,
Mad Max
Babe
movies.
2. Don't fucking give George Miller false. Don't give him false praise. He did not direct the masterpiece Babe. He directed the also really good but inferior to the original Babe 2, Pig in the City. I'm just saying it. You know, I gotta lay that
Okay.
down. Like I'm not gonna stand for this fucking. I just want credit to be given where it's due, not to the wrong person. Okay. I'm sorry I got so worked up over Babe.
I'm just scrolling through, seeing if there's anything else that definitely was that I would agree with.
Let's see, original
Not a lot of.
screenplay. Oh, I didn't know Moonstruck won Best Original Screenplay. Pretty cool.
Okay, I haven't seen this one, but I did. I'm just looking through other articles,
And there's one that I keep seeing consistently. It's Roman Polanski winning for Best Director for The Pianist. At around the time he was convicted for which
it seems like he was convicted for the statutory grape since
Wait, so you're saying that
Roman
Roman
Polanski's
Polanski probably
disgusting.
would have loved The Wizard because there was the hunter was trying to.
Yeah, he would have really related to the hunter.
He's literally me.
Oh wait, here we go. Um,
I didn't want to do this because it's also a very obvious one. Crash for Best Picture.
Oh, I thought I said we weren't gonna do Best Picture because that was the
oh
easy
fuck,
one.
right, you did say.
You should have said Crash for original screenplay.
That one screenplay?
I
Oh my
think
god,
so.
that might
Yeah,
be
it won
even
her Best
worse.
Original Screenplay. That's right. Crash isn't just an Oscar-winning film; it's a multi-Oscar-winning film.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a matter of waiting. It's like Crash. It's an inevitability. We're gonna recommend it one of these days. It's gonna happen. Oh, let's see visual effects. What fucking films ended up winning it back in the early days? Oh, they gave the best visual effects Oscar to the King Kong remake from 1976. I can't say if it's
Huh.
bad or not. I just think that's kind of neat because that's not like a film I would think of for like winning an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Babe won fucking visual effects. That's right, Babe's an Oscar-winning film, baby. Let's go. Yeah, fucking it all comes back. It always circles back to Babe, baby.
Some IMDb list had, hey, Anthony Hopkins shouldn't have won for Silence of the Lambs. It should have been Kevin Costner for JFK.
Well, I haven't seen JFK,
Like,
so I can't say anything about that.
but I don't know. When you go, I mean, JFK was good, but like when you go up with Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins' performance in that, whew, yeah, that was something.
Fucking
That's very
Fantastic
dumb.
Beasts
But
and Where to Find Them won Best Costume Design.
wow.
I mean, it was like the first one, and some people say that one's actually kind of good, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we've officially answered that question. Let's move on to our next
Mm-hmm.
one, which is from Ben, which was, how has the Bad Movie podcast named Nefarious Reels never reviewed the infamous bad movie named Nefarious?
Because they're copying
Because
us
we
with that
kept our
title.
ego in check. We don't need validation of covering a film called
Yeah.
Nefarious. We're too cool for that.
We're too cool for school.
I say as I change my recommendation from Nefarious to something else. I know. I mean, there's a lot of bad movies out there, and like, I'm sure me and Cole both have films that are like, oh, I want to talk about it at some point, like for like a while that we just never get around to it because our minds just change. I mean, there's a decent shot that like eventually we'll probably end up talking about Nefarious if it pops up on our, if it blips on our radar and comes to mind at the time at like
And then we're
right
like,
place.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's a case of more like right place, right time. Like you can have one film in mind that you're gonna recommend for like this whole time, and then like like an hour before, like 15 minutes, or maybe during the discussion, you might like change your mind because you're reminded of a different film. It's like, oh wait, I want to talk about that. Or maybe you have your recommendation, but then it's like, oh nope, the other guy wants to do a trilogy, so you're gonna have to save that. And between the 2 weeks that you record the trilogy episode, you've changed your mind. It's really up in the air. Like, we don't really have too much of a process. Like, the only parameters we have is usually one of us does a modern pick from post 2000 and one of us does a retro pick pre 2000s. And that's usually the only real parameter, unless we do a trilogy or, you know, or it's a yearly anniversary of Nefarious Reels.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So, like, who knows? Well, we might do Nefarious one day. Hell, maybe you'll be a guest on the episode we do Nefarious. We'll see. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? As long as you wish upon a star, and you believe hard enough, anything is possible. I don't know. Do you have your own answer for that question?
Not really. Just kind of the same thing you would say about how, you know, there's just so much other stuff out there that it's like, it's just not really on the radar.
Yeah. Okay, well, now we're down to our final question, which is from Mattias, which is favorite movie dance scenes. Hold on, did any Nefarious Reels movie we've talked about have a dance scene in it? Oh yeah, clearly.
Can't Stop the Music.
Oh yeah, Can't Stop the Music. Definitely the YMCA one. That one's actually pretty fun.
Yep.
Not the last one because Beach Babes from Beyond. That's what I was gonna say before you said
Martians
on the beach,
Martians.
On the beach, Martians.
Martians.
On the beach, come on, let's go dancing. That's fun. But yeah, the YMCA part in Can't Stop the Music's pretty good. Probably
Showgirls.
Yeah, I was about to say
dancing.
Same. I was about to say Showgirls too. The scene when she fucking humps on fucking emo Maguire.
Yep. Yeah, on emo Dale Cooper.
Oh, Climax. Just like the whole movie. Climax is just one big dance scene. So yeah, definitely that. You're taking a brief step away.
Yeah. Yeah. A little non-Nefarious Reels break.
Swinging back to Nefarious Reels, the Morbin dance, where he morbs.
Oh, of course, the have sex dance.
Yeah, and don't forget the shimmy slide. Can't forget the shimmy slide.
I mean, how can we ever forget the shimmy slide?
I mean, we have, but that's why I want to recidify that by saying it right now.
And do the shimmy slide.
Do the shimmy slide. Okay, now that I've kind of flipped through all the Nefarious Real films, now let me go look at the list of like films that I like. Let's see what films I've seen this year that might have dance scenes. There was a dance scene in the first Lord of the Rings film, right? Yeah, when they're all dancing at Bilbo's party. That's clearly that's a dance scene that counts.
I guess when, you know, the Smokestack Twins open their club up in Sinners, there's a pretty good there's a solid dance scene in there.
Did they go back to the club?
I if that's how you want to say it, yeah, they kind of do go back to the club.
None of their dance scenes really are popping into my mind. Hold on, I'm going to do my last resort, going on my letterbox and just going to highest rating and just see if any of those films got dancing in it. You know what? Dancer in the Dark. Dancer's got some great dance scenes. Mainly choreography with the songs and stuff, but that's like pretty great.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just looking up best. I found a list where they were talking about best dance scenes ever, and now that I see this one, I'm like, I agree. The I Will Survive dance from our main trio in Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Yeah, that was a pretty good scene.
I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen it,
but say watch that. It's a good one.
I think it's on my watch list. So like eventually, I mean, if it was shitty, we could have just recommended it for Nefarious Reels, but it's not. So it's like, it's just on the back burner. You know what? It's a good dancing. Actually, the opening to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Actually,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
because it opens up with that whole dance scene. It's all like the choreographed and everything. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Get to see all them legs. Showgirl legs. Showgirl leg.
Yeah, leg.
Yeah, leg. I just can't really think of other dance scenes.
I think we got a couple couple of them. I cannot speak
We
right now.
covered a good amount. Some Nefarious Reels ones, some non-Nefarious Reels ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't list. Oh no, well, we didn't list the obvious dance movies. So you know what? That's a plus. Because we're unique and like different. We're not like other girls.
Yeah, we're cool.
All right, but if we're done with that, that means that's all our questions, which means it's now time to move on to recommendations. And since I had the retro pick last time, that means Cole, it is your turn to do the retro pick.
All right, but instead we're not doing a retro pick. I'm cashing in my 2 movies for
you
the
fucker, I'm
Razzies
ticked.
win.
Okay, I
And-
guess I'll just have to shelve my recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm going on another little trek on stuff we haven't really talked about, and we're doing weeb shit.
Oh, what? Is Timmy going to be on this episode?
I don't know. No, I didn't really talk to him about that because he was too busy with his other stuff. But
Oh shit! First
wasn't-
Razzie winning episode where we don't get a guest on it.
wow, shocker. Actually, wow. But yes. So we're gonna do one live action anime adaptation and one actual anime. And so for the live action anime, we are doing 2017's Death Note.
Yeah, I figured because I know you just watched it
I
recently.
just watched the series, and I was like, ooh, now I got a good excuse to use that as one of my 2 movies. So yeah, we're gonna go through Death Note, and maybe I'll give some more insight onto how they possibly fuck this up.
Well, I gave it a 3 out of 10 back when I watched it a long time ago, so it'll be interesting to see how I feel on it now. Now I've seen so many other shittier movies.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we're doing a Miyazaki movie for the other one.
Yo,
But it's Goro, not Hayo. It's his son Goro. And for that one, we are doing 2020's Earwig and the Witch.
yeah. The second you said Miyazaki, I instantly knew which one it was. Which I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
was
sure you
debating
already saw this one.
I have, but it's been some years. It
Yeah,
was between this and Tales from Earthsea, but it's been longer since I've seen Earwig, so I thought, yeah.
probably better because it looks uglier because it's in CG.
Yeah, that too. It's like, it's 3D animation and yucky.
It's very stinky.
Very Yeah, from what I remember, it was very stinky from the last time I remember watching it.
Mm-hmm. So, if you don't want to be spoiled for Death Note 2017 or Earwig and the Witch, how about checking out those movies in advance? Also, remember to like and subscribe to us. We really, really, really would like you to do that. And also ask us questions so we can answer them. That would be pretty cool too. Also, Blue Sky account. I'll use it maybe. You should check it out.
Maybe.
Yeah, I might. I think about it sometimes. Also, Spotify. Oh, I got that too. We got that too. 5 episodes on there. Maybe I'll upload more as well there as well. We'll see. Who knows? And you all have a good day and happy Morbius.
Happy Morbius. Happy,
Happy
Knife Protection.
Happy the Wizard.
Happy Derek Savage.
Happy Cool Cat. Happy Power Glove. Happy It's So Bad. Bye-bye.
Bye.